Welcome back to the G Spot. As you know, I'm your boy, Gangsta Guri, Google Guri, whatever you like to call me. As I said, always I'm going to start off all of my conversations with you all with some sort of hertz frequency in order to help you raise your vibration or just to give you something to feel a little bit better. Today, what I'm using is a Attract Positive Energy 639 hertz frequency to just allow myself to bring positive changes. The reason why I chose this today is because here in New York, it's very dark outside. It's been very rainy for the past couple of hours and just kind of dreary. So I needed a little bit of a pick-me-up, essentially. Because I wasn't really feeling it. But yeah, so first off, I wanted to talk about this new moon that just passed and all of the energy that has just kind of like been coming my way. It feels like it's been a roller coaster of energy this week. I don't know how everyone else has been feeling, but for me, I feel as though this week has been so up and down. Like one moment, able to focus on what's going on, and then the next moment, it's kind of like, girl, I just want to lay in this bed and not be bothered. And I'm not sure if it's just me or if it was the collective. However, it feels as though there is a lot of energy that is being released, a lot of negative energy that's being released just in time for the new year, the time for us to start setting new intentions, thinking about what we want to manifest as we are starting this new year of 2019 and what we want to let go of. And this actually is a great segue into my topic that was brought to me. I was asked, how do you stop beating yourself up, essentially? So I'm assuming the person that asked the question or posed it was someone who tends to have a lot of negative self-talk and wanted some advice on how to stop doing that. Well, girl, let me tell you, you came to the right place, because that is something that I'm still working on myself. Like, it's not as though I have it perfect. I don't have it put together myself, but at the same time, I've learned techniques that have truly helped me to calm myself down, to allow my anxiety to subside, not all the way, but at least a little bit, and little tips of the trade that I wanted to bring to you. Normally I would come with like this list of like things that I've like written out and like prepared for this, but that just would be very inauthentic to me to like come with some list of all of these different things that I had thought about before I started doing this video. I just didn't feel like that would be me, and why the fuck would I not be myself if this is my channel? Anyway, in regards to beating yourself up, we are our toughest critics. As much as we may want to not think so, we beat ourselves up the most, and we talk to ourselves negatively the most. That can come from a variety of things. That can come from how we were raised and how our families culturally spoke to us. In regards to whatever there was a situation that was not positive. It could come from work performances and things that you may have heard through the grapevine at your place of employment. Like, there's a lot of reasons as to why we continue to beat ourselves up. But what I've realized is a lot of the times we're beating ourselves up because of projections that we're putting onto other people. We truly do not know what others are thinking. We truly do not know how other people are feeling about us unless they're saying something to us in order for us to feel that way. And a lot of the times, what we are creating in our mind is just negative self-talk that's coming from ourselves. It's not coming from any other source. It's not coming from anyone except for you. And that means that you have to take a step back and really start talking to yourself with love. I have referenced this book on my blog, www.gangstaguri.com. I put it at the end of my last video. I'll put it at the end of this video because I don't know how to put it in the middle of the video, and I'm not about to start to learn now. But it's called Raise Your Vibration. And there was something in that book that had me practice just appreciating myself, looking at myself in the mirror and being like, you are the baddest bitch in the room. You have very beautiful eyes. You are intelligent. You have so many things going for you. People come to you because they trust you. You're extremely eloquent. And just continue to talk to myself in a way that really started to build me up. But here's the trick. You have to believe it. There's a difference in saying something just for the fuck of saying it, and there's a difference in saying something and actually believing what you say. And everything that I just mentioned are truly things that I see in myself, truly things that I've worked towards to actually believe about me. And you have to make sure that you are continuously working on looking at the things that you do have to offer. Everybody has flaws, everybody has faults. I mean, that's just human nature. But at the same time, there's so many wonderful things about you as a person that you should be able to pinpoint that, because it's been probably told to you before and you didn't receive it properly. People always give you compliments more or less. You probably just don't hear them because you're so used to hearing the negative and wanting the feedback. You need to start focusing on the positive things that you're receiving in order for you to focus on what is going to help you to feel better and not beat yourself up. This also isn't something that is an overnight thing. This is something that takes practice. This is something that it takes time. It truly takes you taking a step back and catching yourself in the moment to be like, okay, I'm talking to myself crazy. Let me stop and let me reframe this. So I'll give you an example. I was thinking earlier today about the fact that like I've been laying around and it's currently 4 p.m. and I just like actually got up for the day pretty much. And at first I felt really guilty about it because I'm in the process of like, looking at other like jobs, looking at my resume, wanting to redo my resume, like wanting to read books. There's this game called Bad Eggs that I've been talking about. I wanted to play all day. And I was beating myself up for taking the time to sleep in / going to bed really late last night. But then I started to think about how I needed the time to recharge in order to be able to even sit here and do this, because this was not a part of my plan for the day. This was something that just came up. And that's part of the reason why I was just like, you know what, you're fine. Like, take your time. You're good. Don't rush yourself. Listen to your body. Trust your intuition. Trust yourself. And the more that I was able to allow myself to not feel that pressure, the better that I started to feel, and my vibration began to raise. And I think that that's something that's really important. You have to focus on raising your vibration at all times. You have to focus on feeding yourself with love. We feed ourselves with so much criticism. The world feeds us with so much criticism. Why can't we feed ourselves with positivity instead of thinking about the things that are not going the way that we want for them to? So I ask you to take a step back and really think about what you have to offer and what you truly believe about yourself that is good. And if you struggle a little bit to do that, that's okay. But I can promise you there is at least one thing that you love about yourself, that you can appreciate about yourself, whether it is a skill, whether it is a physical body part. You may be slanging, I don't know, that could be something that you are really, really excited about, and that's good for you. But I want you to take a step back and focus on that one thing. And when you focus on that one thing, allow it to expand, allow it to, grow to another level in which you probably wouldn't have thought about it in the first place. And I feel like the more that you practice that, the easier it'll be for you to stop beating yourself up in the moment. It's not going to be something that happens overnight, but it's something that I want you to think about practicing doing, so that way you can start to feel better about yourself and you can start to see the beauty in who you are. Because I don't know you, but I love you and I see the beauty in you. And I'm sure that the people around you in your life that are important to you see the same thing. Before I move on, I know we're getting into this new week. It's like Christmas time. So, people are feeling really pressured about, the holiday season. I know myself, I've not been working for about a month now, for various reasons. So I'm a little anxious. I'm kind of like a Scrooge slash a Grinch around this time of the year. But I'm working on just like trying to focus on the good things that I do have. And also thinking about the fact that this year is almost over and all of the things that I want to manifest for the brand new year. Thank you, email. So what I would suggest, this is one of the last things that I want to suggest you guys do. Take time between the next, 15 days before the year is over in order to write out at least, I would say, 10 things that you want to accomplish in 2019. I've done it for the past 3 years, and I would say I always at least accomplish like maybe one or two, like at least, not one or two, more like 2 or 3 things that are on that list that I didn't even consider or didn't even think that I was going to be able to. I haven't looked at the list that I wrote in 2018 just yet, or 2017 just yet. But when I, look at it, I'm sure that there will be a couple things, because I can already think of one off the top of my head that I've accomplished. So I really believe in the power of writing things down and allowing that to manifest itself and being able to go back to it and reflect on it, because the more that you allow it to enter your space, and the more that you allow it to permeate your being and just like your mindset, the more that you have the opportunity for it to manifest itself and make it a reality for you. So I want you to take the next couple of days to really just like think of like 10 things, just 10, not that many, 10 things that you can start preparing for and start getting yourself ready for in the new year. Otherwise, I don't have anything else for you guys today. I send all of the cosmic love that I can. I send all the positivity that I can to you all that are watching. Thank you for giving me this time. This is the G-Spot out for the afternoon. Gangsta Guri leaving you, Guru Guri, whatever you want to call me, Gare Bear. There's lots of names I've been called. But I am your resident trap goddess. So, hey, just wanted to leave you with a word on today. Have a blessed day.